Welcome to Plant-Based on Fire, the podcast that ignites your passion for plant-based businesses. Real Men Eat Plants is proud to host this show, where we shine a spotlight on the latest and greatest plant-based companies making waves in the industry. From startups to established brands, we'll explore what sets these businesses apart, what challenges they've faced, and what their vision for a more sustainable and ethical food future looks like. So if you're hungry for some fresh insights, inspiring stories, and a healthy dose of entrepreneurial spirit, then join us on Plant-Based on Fire, brought to you by Real Men Eat Plants.
Hello and welcome to Plant-Based on Fire, where we're going to talk about plant-based businesses and their inspiring stories to thrive in the industry. I'm your host, Brian, and today we have a very special guest, Kira Pearson, who is a dynamic entrepreneur and marketing expert specializing in vegan-based business marketing. So she has a strong passion for sustainability and animal welfare, and Kira has made it her mission to help vegan businesses thrive in a very competitive marketplace. So she is drawing on her extensive experience and knowledge in digital marketing, and Kira founded Vegan Business Marketing, a leading agency that provides comprehensive solutions tailored specifically for vegan brands. So through her agency, she's offering strategic planning, branding, social media management, content creation, and other innovative marketing strategies designed to enhance the visibility and success of vegan businesses. So I'm so thrilled to have you here on the show today. Kira, thank you. And we want to learn more about your vision for your business in the future. So without further ado, Kira, everyone.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you for that intro. That was lovely.
Awesome.
Although I will have to unfortunately correct you on just a few things, but that's okay.
Okay.
We can put that in the questions.
Did I get it all right, or where did I go wrong on the research I did?
Yeah. It's less of an agency, more of like a consulting coaching. So basically, I'm helping people, but like they're responsible for it essentially, right? It's kind of like for the people who can't afford to hire an agency, they want to do the work, but they can't figure it out themselves. Then they'll hire me as like a consultant. Yeah.
So when you come back in 2 or 3 years and are on the podcast again, it's totally going to have blown up into a full-blown agency. Maybe
you're just guessing for the future.
Yeah, I'm planting some seeds for you. So
yeah.
Well, how did you get started? Like, what's been sort of your personal journey and how you became interested in, the vegan lifestyle and all that stuff?
Yeah, I actually went vegetarian about 4 or 5 years ago now, back in 2017. When it was like immediately after I watched Forks Over Knives.
That's what did it for me too. Yeah.
Really? Oh wow. Yeah. It's like, oh, they're putting cancer in meat. Okay. Or like, it's like a #1 carcinogen. Why am I going to put that in my body?
That's
so
right.
I guess like that was literally the day I decided to cut out meat. And then, it took me a few years to cut out, the eggs and the cheese and stuff. It's always the last to go. But it was just learning about, all the information that we all know now about, all the just horribleness that happens to male chicks and all those other things.
Yeah. That's what did it for me. 13 years ago, watched Forks Over Knives and walked out of the theater. I saw it in the theater.
Oh wow!
And I bought realmeneatplants.com right then and there. So
oh wow, good job.
So well, welcome.
The vegan industry must have looked so different back then. Like you couldn't buy all this stuff now.
Yeah, no Beyond Burgers for sure.
No.
So,
probably eating cold tofu or something.
And so how did you connect the two things together into this vegan business marketing angle?
Yeah, so I've been in digital marketing and online marketing for, 6-7 years now. And it was just, it's not aligning with my goals and my values with like the businesses that I was working with. So I really just wanted to fix that. And there was not really any companies that were out there that I wanted to work for. I've always been very entrepreneurial. So I just thought, hey, you know what? I can actually do this myself. Why do I need a company to do it for me? So I just started, vegan business marketing. And so far it's been going really well. I just launched this new program. So I'm excited to, talk about it a little bit more. But it's, been quite a journey. And I'm just so happy to have the skills in marketing that I can now bring into my passion of veganism.
That is awesome. Well, congrats on your journey there for that piece of it.
Thank
So
you.
what are some of the success stories you've had? I mean, how are you helping people grow their online presence and win on that front?
Yeah, it's very tailored because I feel like a lot of the businesses have different issues, but it's more so focusing on like long-term like methods, not social media at all. Like that's kind of the thing is like social media is changing so fast and there's so
Hmm.
many like TikTok reels that people don't want to make and the algorithm doesn't work for you. So my methods are more focusing on just like getting your brand image and your online presence just stronger. So like figuring out your marketing messaging, doing a little bit of SEO work, doing like making sure you have a lead magnet in place, making sure you have a email marketing system to collect the leads with, and all the bits of like the funnel basically to get you started. I kind of come in and see where you are at now, kind of tailor it to each person, what you need more of. But yeah, so far it's been going really well. Like people are just really responding to the fact that, they are able to like actually pitch themselves to people now with confidence. They know like what their brand is talking about, what problems they're solving for people. And so
Yeah.
it's just nice to hear that feedback and like actually get other businesses growing. So that's like
Yeah.
my real passion is helping other vegan businesses grow.
Yeah, same here. I mean, that's why we're doing this podcast. So we want to
Yeah,
help
exactly.
promote you a whole bunch. So I guess, having dabbled a little bit in social media stuff myself in the past, um, it's that question about what do you find is the right balance between the social side and the media side, like posting the
Yeah.
pictures versus commenting.
Yeah, and I think some people also have the issue like, do they set up a personal Instagram account and a business account, or do they try and
Hmm.
combine them?
Yeah.
And it's tricky because when you're first starting a business, of course, you want to separate things out, but you don't yet have an audience to separate it. So it's so time consuming to do social media. Like, I'm
Hmm.
not against it, but when you have a business already, when you're first starting out, there's so much other ways that you can market yourself much
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
Like
And
podcasts, for instance.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And so, like, what is a couple free tips? There's plenty of people that are going to be watching this that like, I want to do this. I want to combine two of my passions together and
Mhm.
launch a business. And what's those one or two free tips you can give before they get in touch with you?
Yeah, I think, well, number one, passion and business is different, right? Like
Hmm.
we're all multifaceted people. We have so many interests, but you don't have to offer a business that has all your interests in it.
Hmm.
Like, for me, I'm very passionate about traveling. I'm very passionate about cooking and baking, but I'm not going to have a business that's like marketing plus buy my cookbook plus travel with me on this trip. Like it's just too many things. So
Yeah.
I would say, focus on one thing that you really are good at, you have a good skill at, and make that your business. And then the rest of it can just be for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. So
Yeah.
this is a competitive market. Like I think everybody and their brother is doing this social media stuff and trying to help you or got their advice because we're all on the social media, sucking minutes off our life every day,
Yeah.
kind of a thing. So
Yeah.
what advice do you have for like a plant-based business owners to try and differentiate themselves and maybe stand out from the crowd?
Yeah, see, it's funny for me because honestly, my advice for people out there is to try and, if you're trying to really build your business and you're a newer business owner, like you aren't quite there yet, you're either like still working your full-time job or you're like, almost about to quit or you're like barely making ends meet in your new business, stay away from social media. Like, do
Okay.
not touch social media. I would say go out, contact like all the podcast people you can, contact all the bloggers that you can, all the people that already have audiences that you can then connect with and get your business in front of their audience. Like that's, I guess we call it like partnership marketing or
Hmm.
relationship marketing, but like that is going to be the bread and butter for
Yeah.
any business to like get clients and get started when you're just starting off.
Yeah, I don't think many businesses realize that most businesses are operating on referrals and word of mouth
Mhm.
recommendations still, right? So
Absolutely. Yeah.
so until you can establish yourself as a real true brand, it
Mhm.
is it is hard. So you
Yeah,
have to
where
go
people
back.
like can trust you. Like if someone doesn't
Yeah.
trust you, they're not going to buy from you. And people often think, they launch their website. And they're like, oh, now I'm online. People are going to come to my website and they're going to buy from me. It's like, no, they don't trust you. They don't know you. You have to like build that authority and you have to build connections. And, it doesn't
Absolutely.
take that much time if you like are contacting people day in and day out for like, the next 30 days. Like take 30 days, contact 30 people, guaranteed you're going to get 5 or 10 clients. Like,
yep, that's right.
Don't post every day on social media. Take that 30 days off social media, focus your time elsewhere.
That's totally, totally true. So what if I do want to dabble in the social media? Are there some common tools or softwares that you would recommend people use to dabble and get started?
Yeah, I mean, look at where your market is always. Don't try and spread yourself too thin. If you're a photographer, you're probably going to want to be on Instagram. If you're focusing on businesses, you're going to want to be on LinkedIn. I feel like maybe a hairdresser, go on Pinterest, like figure out where your audience is and focus on that platform, I would say. But as far as like other kind of tools and stuff, like for Instagram, I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah.
Stay away from that.
Yeah, exactly. I think
YouTube I know is like going crazy. Long form videos are good.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, this podcast will be out on YouTube and stuff. So yeah, there's definitely ways to maximize that.
Yeah.
I think we touched on a few misconceptions, and I can't restate what you just said enough, really. You've got to pick up the phone or drop some people some email to drum up that business. But are there some other common misconceptions that you see as you're working with businesses?
Yeah, just a lot of, actually one big misconception is that they think that they're annoying. You think that you're annoying people very quickly, when in reality, kind of the rule of thumb is that someone needs to see your business, say like between like 5 to 10 times before they're going to buy from you. Let's say like 7 for kind of a middle of the road ticket offer. So it's like if someone needs to see your business 7 times before they're going to offer, and yet you've posted, like twice a week on social media, you've sent like 1 email, and you think, oh, I'm bothering someone, I shouldn't be, reaching out, and I shouldn't be sending this. It's like, no, if you're really wanting to get clients and get people, like you need to put your business out there like more than you think you should be.
Mm-hmm.
I think that people get scared and they get like, oh, people are going to judge me or what I'm doing, or, like they're going to not want to see my posts. It's like, no, if you want your business to be seen and to get clients, you need to put yourself out there like at least, 5 times a week, like get visible, get in front of your audience.
Yeah, definitely get that presence really established. If you look at, like, I know there's a certain satellite radio company that I canceled recently, and they will not stop calling me. That's a perfect example of annoying you.
After you canceled, right? When you're done. Classic.
That's right. Yeah. So what insights for like growth and opportunities do you see for more plant-based businesses?
Yeah, I mean, well, right now the market is just going crazy. Like we can see with all the products and new things that are going in the grocery stores, like plant-based lifestyle is really becoming more of a thing, less negative connotation happening now, I think, towards it. You even have the Real Men Eat Plants podcast, which is like amazing. So, I think it's a big misconception that veganism is like, I don't know why it's so negative. Like it's good for the planet, it's good for animals, it's good for your health. Like why do people speak negatively about it? I honestly don't know.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I see more and more businesses taking off all the time on that front. So
yeah, it's just growing. I think the market is exploding. So like if you are getting into the vegan market right now, it's a good time because it's like just the beginning, I think.
So you mentioned, some of your core stuff is really helping establish those brands and that consistency and stuff like that. So what are some of those tips for people that are just starting their business? Like what is the right way to get that brand and identity created? Yeah,
I think really the main focus there is to figure out exactly what language your target market is using. So go out there, talk to people, see exactly what language they're using for the problem that you want to help them with. So, for me, like I'm helping people grow their reach online. I'm helping them connect and get interested leads and clients coming to them, as opposed to you having to go out and, post social media every single day and like chase these leads that aren't really not that strong. So yeah, I think it's just a matter of, can we go back? What was the main question?
Yeah, I just like, how do you get started establishing that brand, right? That's the core piece of it, right?
Yeah. So go out there, talk to your audience. Like their language is your gold. Like use that messaging exactly the way they say it to you on your homepage, on your about page. Like what problem are you solving for people? How do they talk about that problem? And then just like relay it back to them. Like, hey, I help you solve this problem. They're going to pay you big money for that.
That's right. Absolutely. So what upcoming projects do you have going on? What are you getting excited about doing in the short future here?
Yeah, so I'm just launching my new program right now. Well, not so new, but kind of relaunching this program. It's all about, it's called Grow Your Reach. So helping vegan businesses, specifically, it's actually for vegan service businesses. So like plant-based coaches, vegan business graphic designers, vegan business ads managers, things like that. To help them, grow their reach online and get interested leads coming to them. So basically, just launching that right now, and it's going to be $4.99. I'm basically taking up 5 more spots, I think, right now before the end of July. Yeah. So that's super exciting, and I'm just pumped to get that out there, and kind of just growing it.
That's exciting. Yeah, a couple spots left there, so got to get in to chat with Kira soon then.
Yes,
how do we get people in touch with you? What's the right way to get in touch?
Best way would just be to just go to my website, veganbusinessmarketing.com, and you can learn about everything there. And then there's the 15-minute call you can just book with me. Super easy on there.
Awesome. And
so if you are not ready to you want to do some work on your own first, there is a free marketing ultimate guide there that you can get as well. So you can veganbusinessmarketing.com. Yeah.
Very cool. veganbusinessmarketing.com. And so how else can the Plant Based on Fire community help support you and your business growth?
Yeah, good question. I mean, I would love to just, connect with you guys more. If there's any, I don't know if you need any blog posts done or I'd love to collaborate any way we can, really. So even if you want to be a guest in front of my audience or I'll of course share this podcast.
Very cool. Well, thank you so much, Kira, for coming on the show today and talking to us. Is there anything we didn't touch on that you wanted to put out there for the world to hear?
No, I'm just so excited the vegan community is growing. Honestly, I just love meeting everyone in here. I'm a part of this really amazing little online group too, just full of vegan businesses. And it's just so nice to see that we're all growing. And I think it's going to be a really good next decade or two if we can get more people on board and help exploit this market.
That's right. Yeah. Hopefully get a few more fish back in the ocean as well. Right?
Yeah, let's see these oceans. Honestly, that's another thing, actually. I'm living in Playa del Carmen, Mexico right now because I'm from Canada originally, but, it's too cold in the winter. And the oceans right now are horrible with sargassum, with seaweed, because of all the climate changes happening. And it's honestly just so sad to be able to see it first person, how horrible it's affecting our oceans.
Yeah, I was down there a few months back and stuff, and I saw it. They had so many people on the beach cleaning the seaweed off. So it's just these little signs that we're ignoring. So help us spread the word, people that are listening to this.
Exactly. Share
Come to
this
the plant side.
with your friends. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Well, that is kind of a wrap for this edition of Plant Based on Fire. Thank you again, Kira, so much for jumping on here and spending a few minutes with us.
Yes, no worries. It's lovely.
We are excited to keep this going. We'll drop another episode next week. And so until next time, let's keep those fire burning. Thank you for being here.
And that's a wrap for this episode of Plant Based on Fire. We hope you enjoyed learning about the innovative plant-based businesses we featured today and got inspired to support them on their journey. Remember, plant-based eating isn't just a trend. It's a way of life that benefits your health, the environment, and animals. By choosing plant-based foods, you're making a positive impact on the world and helping to create a better and more compassionate future. If you want to join the Real Men Eat Plants community and get even more resources to help you go and stay plant-based, check out our blog, podcasts, and 30-day challenge at realmeneatplants.com. Thank you for tuning in to Plant Based on Fire, brought to you by Real Men Eat Plants. Head over to Apple Podcast and give us a review and let us know what you think of this episode. Don't forget to tag us at Plant Based on Fire when you share this episode in your preferred social media. Wish to be a guest? We need to know about your plant-based business. Email us at pbof@realmeneatplants.com. We love hearing from our listeners. Thank you to our guests and to you, our listeners, for your support, and see you next time.